gone in for early retirement or something?
Hey?
Well, you do know what time it is.
Ah, flipping it. Why didn't you say something?
I just did. Oh, and you better pick up some fish and chips for yourself tonight.
Right, you going out?
Yeah, I thought I'd pop round to Weatherfield General for an hour and see how Ada Arrowsmith's getting on.
Who's Ada Arrowsmith when she's at home?
Oh, used to meet her at bingo, her and her Arthur. He passed on not long after Stanford, so. Only I've not seen her in months, but I heard somebody in the butcher's saying she'd had this operation. Gallbladder, you know. So I thought I'd just pop along and see how she's going on.
Fish and chips it is, then.
Yeah, well, I shouldn't be late back. Visiting finishes at 8.
Ah, this time tomorrow, then.
Eh?
When I next see you. Happen I'll be out when you come home.
Oh, that 7 girl, I suppose.
Her name's Sally.
She's still a 7.
All right, Mrs. Hull, let's not start that again. You made it quite clear to what you think of the family. But you've got to take people as you find. And Sally's all right, I'm telling you. Right, I'll have to fly. See you.
Yeah, see you, Kevin. Hey up, stand by your bed.
Morning, ladies. Morning. I purchased 2 dozen ballpoint pens in this establishment yesterday, and I've had a 25% failure rate with them.
You mean you actually tested them all?
I did, and there's the 6 Duddens.
Well, we'll gladly replace them.
Look at that. Made in Japan. Now, I'm not one to hold a grudge, but I believe in buying naught else only British. Even all my underwear's British made.
Oh, let's have a quick deco. Mavis has never seen Long John.
You just have to take my word for it, so kindly change those for 6 British pens, please.
Here we are. Made in Hong Kong. Now, that's still British, isn't it? Just.
No, there you are, look. Made in England. Now, do you want to test those?
No, not to the British made. Now, take a tip from one who knows.
That's you, I suppose.
Start buying naught only British, and we'll soon have them dull tubes cut in halves.
Mavis, get rid of them French knickers.
Not now.
It's no joke, it matters, so think on. We led the world once, we can do it again. Ta-da.
Yeah. That's it, love.
I got a packet of them extra strong mints, please.
So have you actually finished then?
Eh?
On the bins?
Oh, yeah, it's
Well, it was all a bit sudden, wasn't it?
Well, you know, once you've made your mind up.
And did you have to serve your notice?
Well, no, we both agreed that I should leave straight away. You know, no mutual consent.
In other words, you told the boss what he could do with his job.
Well, it did become a bit heated, yeah.
Well, I only hope you don't live to regret it.
Well, why should I do that?
Well, it wasn't such a bad job, was it? Still, if you think you can make a go of the yard, good luck to you, love.
Thanks, Mrs.
So
Fairclough.
you are busy then?
Why do you think I had to give up the bins?
Oh, Kurt.
Oh, morning, Mr. Baldwin.
I don't want you to get the wrong idea about me, you know.
Wrong idea?
Well, I'm not exactly flavour of the month with you at the moment, am I? Well, you know, I mean, you gave up your job to work full-time with Terry, then I sort of pulled the rug from under your feet by taking that delivery job off your hands.
Well, it was a bit of a blow, I admit.
Well, it wasn't meant to be a long-term thing. I thought I explained that to Terry.
Well, it's all water under the bridge now, isn't it? I mean, we haven't got much of a business if we let losing one order put our noses out of joint, have we?
Glad to hear you see it like that.
What other ways are to see it?
Ow! You say something?
Flipping teapot's hot.
Well, of course it is. I've just brewed, haven't I?
You could have given us a shout. Come...
I was going to. Just letting it stew.
Hey, have you been round to Baldwin's flat recently?
Not since the end of last week, no. He told me not to bother for a few days. Why?
No, I'm just wondering.
What about?
I just saw Susan Barlow pegging some washing out.
At Barlow's?
Well, I don't mean at the town hall flagpole, do I?
Hey, he's just clocked Susan Barlow pegging the washing out.
Well, whatever turns him on, I suppose.
At the Barlow's.
It is a raw mill, Deb.
Ah, but it isn't, is it? She's been stopping at Mike Baldwin's. Of course, you know what's happened, don't you? He's got fed up with her and turfed her out on her ear, like he does with all his women when he's done with them.
And that's your considered opinion, is it, Hilda? Well, if I was you, I'd keep my trap shut until you knew what had really happened.
Well, either she's back home or she isn't.
She is.
She is?
That's right, Deirdre told me.
What else did she tell you?
Not at all. And I didn't press the matter either. For one thing, if she'd have wanted to tell me, she would have done. And for another, I didn't reckon it was none of my business. That for Gloria?
Yeah.
Hey, we're just going to take that through.
Save your trip then, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cock. Cup hold of this.
Oh, Tarbell.
Good morning, Betty.
Morning, love.
I think it is still morning. Just.
There's no need to be sarky. You blame the bus driver, not me. Looks like it's your lucky day again, though.
That's what I thought it was. Where was it this time?
On the doorstep, same as usual.
Hang on a sec. Don't you think you'd better have a look at the card? I know where it'll say. Well, it might just set a bet.
To Gloria, thinking of you every minute of every day. Did you see anybody when you come in?
Not a soul, lover.
I must have only just missed him. I mean, it can't be more than 5 minutes since I was out there myself.
Shouldn't worry about it. He'll expose himself sooner or later.
I think you better reword that, Betty.
You know what I mean. Look, the fella's not been born yet that chucks his money away for nought.
Well, that's what's bothering me, isn't it?
Just what does he want?
I would have thought that was obvious, Chuck. You.
And make sure you wipe your hands before you handle them tea bags and all. The brew you made yesterday tasted like the inside of a gearbox.
Wouldn't know, would I? Not been in the habit of looking out gearboxes, like.
Hey, go here, watch it if I were you. I still want to work here, that is.
Oh, it's funny you should mention that.
Eh?
I've been thinking, haven't I?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Go on, then. What about?
About working here. I mean, when I went, what my mate Curly's got going for him.
Yeah, good luck to him and all.
He won't need it. According to Teddy, them two are already on the way to making the first million.
By the time they've made $1 million, money will have gone out of fashion. Hey, I'll get it. You carry on making the tea if you can. And don't forget what I said.
Hello.
So the garage? Yeah. Yeah, he is. Kevin. Sexy sound.
Hi. Is it all cool or not? We sat by the phone all morning just in case you happen to phone up. What can I do for you? Dinner? Yeah. Well, it wasn't lunch you like, but it can be arranged. Yeah, okay. I'll be there about 1. Bye now. Just can't keep her hands off me.
You believe it, mate. She'll soon have you jumping through hoops.
I was thinking of going to the Rovers anyway. As it happens.
Webster! Look at the size of that hunker. You big liar.
How much?
£7.60, but it is 2 weeks.
Oh, flipping heck. This marriage lark, it's certainly an eye-opener, isn't it?
Well, you must have had newspapers before you were married.
Of course I did, Mavis, but I didn't have to pay for them, did I? Let Brian and Gail have that pleasure. I better get home. It's the only place I don't spend out. Ta-ra.
See you, Audrey.
Oh, sorry, love, you all right?
Oh, don't they?
Hey, you're a married woman, remember?
Am I ever going to be allowed to forget it?
No.
See you then. Ta-ra.
Bye-bye.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, I think I'll just go and pop the kettle on while we're quiet.
Don't have to make yourself scarce on my account.
I'm making myself scarce on anybody's account. I just happen to fancy a cup of tea.
So what brings you here at this time of day? Don't say Mavis's tea won't believe you.
No, I'm not stopping that long.
Very wise.
No, I just dropped in to let you know that I'm moving.
Moving?
Well, to be more accurate, I've already moved.
Oh.
As from today, I'm staying there.
Lancaster Hotel Station Road,
Yeah.
Weatherfield. Oh, how come?
Well, it looks like this job is taking longer than we thought, and there's a couple of other contracts in the air, so they thought it would make more sense if I moved somewhere over here instead of trekking from Leeds every day. So, if you could let Jenny know.
Yes, of course I will.
Thanks. I'll be in touch later. Right, well, I better be going. Should have been in Eccles half an hour ago.
Oh, that's right. Don't keep Eccles waiting.
Ta-ra now.
Bye. Oh, has he gone? Yes, he just popped in to give me his new address.
New address?
That's right. Looks as if he's going to be over here for quite some time.
Oh, so I'll be seeing quite a bit more of him then.
Well, I certainly hope so, yes.
For Jenny's sake.
What else? No. We clapped up last night. She only mentioned it.
What is she on about now?
She's not on about anything, I am. And I'm saying it won't do any harm for you to take her out now and again. I mean, come on, Jack. After all, she's your missus.
Well, she's never around for me to take out, is she? I mean, she spends 3 nights a week at the bingo with you, and then there's the pictures.
But she doesn't want to go out with me, Jack. Not all the time, does she? I mean, she wants you to take her out once in a while.
Well, I do.
Oh, right, OK. Tell me, when, what last time? You heard? When was the last time that you and Vera had a proper night out?
Oh, from Robert's wedding.
That was nearly 3 months since.
Is it my fault? She keeps turning me down.
She keeps turning you down?
She could have got to the snooker final, the Legion darts semi-final.
OK, I give in. You fellas, you're all flipping same, aren't you? Cracky Jack. Still no sign, then?
No.
She certainly knows how to keep a fellow waiting, this new girlfriend of yours. Do you want to fill it up while I'm here?
Oh, I'll give her another couple of minutes and I'll have to be getting back.
And there's probably some perfectly good explanation. There usually is, Mother.
Yeah.
Well?
Well, what?
Made his move yet, has he, Mr. Wonderful?
Oh, you're joking.
Have you not spotted any likely lads? Nobody looking at you a bit funny like?
No more than usual. Have you noticed anything?
Well, now you come to mention it, that gummy fella was asking about you earlier on. You know, the one with no teeth spends most of his dinner hours sucking crisps.
Well, thanks very much, but I'm trying to be serious.
So am I.
What's so aggravating is he could walk through that door any minute and I wouldn't know him from Adam.
Of course you would. Tall, bronzed, built like a brick washhouse. How does that sound?
Perfect.
Right. Next fella that comes through that door. You mark my words.
Oh, yes, it's a bit parky out there. You wouldn't think spring was just round corner, would you? Fella that invented long johns, he should be knighted. Now what have I said?
Hey, off then, love.
Yeah, may as well. Don't look like she's gonna show now.
Oh, never mind.
Hey, up. Just what I wanted to see.
Sorry, mate, I'm just going.
Oh, come on, you got time for a quickie?
Oh, I haven't, honest. I'm late as it is.
Listen, I'll square it with Bri. I'll tell my ass to have a look at the van or
Forget
something.
it, Terry, I'm going.
Look, if she does turn up, Chuck, I'll tell you how to get back.
Okay, thanks, Mrs. Turner.
Okay, Doc.
Aye, aye.
Okay, Terry, knock it off.
You've been stood up, haven't you?
Okay, so she's not showing up. Something probably come up.
Well, she could have phoned. How long you been stood here?
All dinner.
Yeah, something's turned up all right, mate.
Yeah? And what's that supposed to mean?
Well, listen, mate, in my book, there's only two reasons why a bird stands you up. Either she's having you for a mug or she's trying to tell you something. Pint of bitter, please, Betty.
What do I find you here?
Following me or something. Every time I turn round today, you seem to be there. Listen, Chuck, if she's complaining, you can follow me instead.
Right, well, I'll have half of it to please and whatever Rita's drinking.
Oh, thanks very much.
I'll get it for you, love.
Thank you.
So what does bring you here?
Well, I didn't realise I needed an excuse. Not now I'm living around here.
Living round here?
Yeah?
Yes, Alan's moved into one of those commercial hotels on Station Road. Has he now?
Yeah, it'll make it handier, you know.
Oh, it will, for both of you. He'll be able to see quite a lot more of his daughter, if that's what you mean. What else? Hi, Mike.
Mr. Baldwin, just the person I wanted to see.
Well, it looks like your lucky day, Hilda. What can I do for you?
Well, I was just wondering if it'd be all right to come round and see to your flat again. Only you did tell me not to bother for a few days.
Oh, yeah, glad you reminded me. Tomorrow morning will be great.
Well, if it's all the same to you, I was thinking of popping round this afternoon for an hour.
No need for that, Hilda.
No trouble, honest.
All right, well, if that's the way you feel, be my guest.
That's how, Mr. Baldwin. I'll get along then. See ya.
That woman's about as subtle as a steam hammer.
Yeah, but she's going to be unlucky, isn't she?
Nothing to hide, then?
Clean as a whistle.
So, what went wrong this time?
Wrong?
You and Susan Barlow. Deirdre says she's back at home.
And you assumed I chucked her out, did you?
Well, you've got to admit it wouldn't be the first time.
Well, why is it people round here are always so keen to believe the worst in me?
Some of us have got good reason.
Yeah, point taken, but no, it's not like that this time. I really care for Susan.
So that's why she's left your little nest and gone back home, is it?
Yes, it is. It was the only way we could get Ken to agree to give her away. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey! Hey! Do we have to have that thing blasting the roof off?
Happy now?
Tilsley's garage. Oh, hello, Dad. I'm sorry, Alf, mate. I can't resist it. Yeah, be ready by about 4:30. Okay, see you then. Ta-ra.
Hiya.
Hello, love.
Is Teddy?
Yeah, he's in there, and you're welcome to him. Hey, laughing boy.
Now what?
You've got a visitor.
Hi.
Sarah?
I just come round to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry I missed it, didn't I?
Waited nearly an hour for you.
Yeah, I know. Something come up, didn't it?
Like what?
Well, I just got held up. I'm sorry, Kev. It couldn't be helped.
You could have phoned up, couldn't you?
I couldn't find a phone. Not one that were working. Not till it was too late.
Ah, that's what's been bugging you then.
Hey?
Well, he's been as prickly as a hedgehog since then. He thought you stood him up.
This is supposed to be a private conversation, Brian.
Well, sorry I spoke, I'm sure.
Stood you up.
Well, yeah, it did cross my mind. I mean, what am I supposed to think when you never show?
I'll tell you one thing for now, Kevin Webster. I'm not in the habit of standing anybody up. And if I don't want to see a lad, I'll tell him straight right.
All right, you couldn't make it. You said you're sorry. Let's just forget about it. What about tonight?
What about it?
Well, we talked about going roller skating.
Well, we said one night.
Yeah, well, what's wrong with tonight?
Oh, I'm sorry, Kev. We're going to have to give it a miss tonight. I don't feel like it.
Okay, we'll think of something else.
No, not tonight, Kevin.
What's wrong? Is it something I've said? Something I've done?
No, it isn't. Look, I'll give you a ring in the morning there. I promise.
If you say so.
Well, I'd better let you get on. Ta-ra, Bri.
Yes, see you, love.
See you, Kev.
Never said a word, mate.
Who reckons it pays to advertise, eh? I've had my car in your window best part of 3 weeks.
Well, perhaps you're asking too much for it.
I'll take that, I think.
All right, that's 38 pence.
Right.
Hey, you don't fancy a window round, do you?
No.
Keep you happy while you're out at them council meetings. You see some rare sights, you know. Especially first thing in the morning.
That'll be. I see all the sights I want to see first thing in the morning. Thank you very much. In my own mirror. See you.
Bye-bye. Well, you're going to keep it in another week, or aren't you?
Well, I'll tell you what. You leave it in for another week for now till you've got a deal.
It's only 10p anyway.
Well, yeah, it's going to cost you next to nothing. And just think all the trust and goodwill it builds up between fellow traders, eh? Here, a little star, maybe. Ta-ra.
Oh, there you are. I was beginning to think you decided to take your holidays. 2 o'clock, you said. Oh, was it closed, Bradley?
Well, we happened to bump into each other in the road.
Oh, that's it. I didn't know she was with you.
Well, when you've a lot of things to talk about, it's amazing how time flies, isn't that right?
Certainly does. And I better not keep you any longer. I don't suppose you're free tonight, eh? It's just that it's my first night in town. As a resident, that is.
Me free?
Yeah.
Don't you mean your daughter?
Well, both of you. I thought we might go out somewhere.
Well, if you fancy a good picture, I went to see Coronation last night with them, and I can recommend it.
Great. Chinese takeaway afterwards, what do you say?
Well, I'll have a word with Jenny.
You do that and I'll see you later on.
Right.
Right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. You must have had a lot to talk about.
Yes, we did.
About Jenny, I take it.
Well, that's why he's here. Anybody else?
Not that I know of. Oh, let's face it, Betty could be anybody.
Hey, what you doing with my menu board?
It's on an errand of mercy, Betty.
Aaron and Mercy.
Yeah. Whoever's sending them roses to Gloria must know her, right?
Well, I suppose so, yeah.
So we're making a list of all the likely candidates and knocking them off one by one. Savvy? Now, where are we up to?
Barney.
Barmy?
Barney. He has the flat downstairs from me. He's an electrician. Done a couple of odd jobs for me. I don't think it's him. At least I hope it isn't.
Who else?
Well, I've got Roger down, but he was a long time ago.
Roger.
Yeah, I knew him before I came here.
Huh?
Worked for an airline. Right smooth he
No, I
was.
mean from round here.
Well, I've got the lads down. Kevin, Curly, Terry.
Lord, the only one that I can see bombarding a girl with roses is Mike Baldwin.
Oh, I never thought of him.
Well, you can forget him.
Huh?
Any roses he's got going spare won't be landing up on our front doorstep. Now, what about them three stooges?
Oh, no. No, young Kevin's got a lot on his plate with this new girlfriend of his.
Yeah, and I can't see it being Curly.
And I smell tea.
What are you doing back here?
I left my cat behind the bar, didn't I? Hey, I bet you could squeeze another one out of that pot there, Betty. Eh?
I'll go and get you another cup.
What's all this about, then?
We're making a list of all the fellas we think could have sent those roses.
Well, wouldn't it be quicker to make a list of all the fellas that wouldn't send you roses?
I'm trying to be serious, Jack.
So am I, darling.
Where are we up to?
Terry.
Terry? Our Terry?
Why not?
Now, don't make me laugh. Whoever's doing this has got charm and style and more than a touch of romance in his soul. Well, that's our Terry out on all counts, isn't it?
That's you out and all, doesn't it? Mind you, not that you were running in first place.
Well, do you mind?
Well, I'm sorry, Chuck.
Darling.
Looks like all that leaves you is Les Agnew.
Les Agnew.
Les who? Lasagna, you twerp.
Oh, thanks very much, Bet. Great idea that turned out to be, didn't it?
Aw.
Is that you, Kevin?
After where, then?
Yes, I'm just off. You got your fish and chips all right, then?
Yeah, just about. It's quite half a mile long.
Well, I should be back about 8:30. I expect you'll be gone by then.
Doubt it.
Thought you said you was out tonight.
Yeah, I might go down the road for the last hour. That's about it.
Ah, she's not let you down again, has she?
Eh?
Well, I heard about dinner time. Betty Turpin said you seemed proper upset.
Yeah, well, Betty Turpin wants to keep her nose out, don't you? Look, if you're going for that 25 past
Yeah, I'm
bus.
just off. Hey, why don't you give Michelle a ring?
Ta-ra, Mrs. O.
Ta-ra.
Well, it didn't take you long to slip the leash, did it?
After the council meeting, didn't it? And would you believe, I'm on my way round to see our game.
Of course I would, Audrey.
No, honest, I'm just having this one and then I'm off. I'm beginning to rue the day we ever bought number 11.
You what? By the time you two are finished with it, it'll be like a little palace.
Not the house, the moving, all them flipping packing cases. It's playing hallelujah with me nails.
Listen, mate, if I hear Mike Baldwin's name or that delivery contract once more...
All I'm saying is it would have made a difference.
You wouldn't have chucked your job in, you mean?
Well, I would have hung on a bit longer, yeah.
I see. So you're quite happy to come in full-time when you think that there's something on the table. But when you actually have to start
It's not like that at all.
Just that I'd be a sight happier if we had more going for us.
And we will have, just as soon as you forget about what might have been and start thinking more about the future. You got to think positive, mate.
It's just that I'm used to a steady job. You know, a regular wage packet, you know.
And where would you have been in 2 years' time, eh? Still emptying flaming bins. At least now we've got prospects. We're working for ourselves, not lining the pockets of other people.
Yeah, you're right. No more looking back. From tomorrow morning, it's the dawn of a new era. What have we got on?
First thing?
Yeah.
Shifting some rubbish from that garage in Union Street to the tip. Cheers, mate.
Half a bitter, please, love.
For you, Percy, anything.
If I'd have been 20 years young, you might have lived to regret that remark.
You sly old dog. If you'd have been 20 years younger, Percy, I'd never have said it. Right, I'm off.
So soon?
If I don't get going, our girl will be sending out a search party. I'll see you, Beth.
Audrey.
Bye-bye.
Well, I'm sorry, Alan, I really am. I know how much you were looking forward to it, but when you could see how she was, once your Jenny makes up her mind she doesn't want to do something, dynamite, won't she?
Well, you can't blame her, I suppose. I think I'd sooner been out with my mates and all when I was her age.
Yeah, I know, but one night's not going to make much difference, is it?
There'll be others.
So, what's you going to do with yourself now, then?
Tonight? Well, I still fancy seeing that film, so if you've got nothing better to do...
You really are trying to get them tongues wagging, aren't you?
There's nothing wrong with showing a bit of gratitude.
Well, when you put it like that.
Mrs. O?
Kevin?
What's wrong? It's not your friend, is it? The one in the hospital? Not gone worse, has she?
No, it's not her. She's fine, thanks very much. No, it's what I saw on my way home.
What?
Well, look, I know what you're going to think of me, because I've always made it quite clear what I think about that girl, but this is the gospel truth, Kevin.
What is?
I know why Sally Seddon couldn't see you tonight. I seen her going in the Flying Horse with another lad.
Nah, she wouldn't.
I'm not making it up, Kevin.
What happened? You was mistaken.
No, it was her all right. I'd know that little madam anyway.
Well, I don't believe it.
I'm not in the habit of telling lies, Kevin. Look, I'm sorry, but I did warn you. I could see something like this happening right from the start. Well, I told you what her family were like, and she's no different. They're all tied with the same brush, believe you me. Where are you off to?
Oh, I'm not stopping here to listen to you slag off Sally and her family.
But she's no good, Kevin. You want to thank your lucky stars you found out now before she really made a fool of you.
Well, I reckon that's for me to decide, not you or anybody else. I'm getting just a bit sick inside of folk down here trying to run my life for me. Particularly you, Mrs. Ogden. You're not my mum, you know.
Well, what time will you be back?
I don't know. Might be better for both of us if I never come back.
And the street's back on Monday, and don't miss the omnibus on Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock. Well, Excel Plus, lunchtime comedy with Linda Bellingham and Second Thoughts.